First of all, don't forget that if you have some ideas of your own for future WGTU videos, either a topic or a game that you'd like me to discuss, you can leave a comment on YouTube, contact me on Twitter, or send me an email. I think it's really cool we can build this series together, so feel free to share your thoughts. And with that said, let's dive in and discuss multitasking and video games. It seems pretty obvious that by design, video games require us to handle several tasks at the same time. For example, you need to react to all the stimuli you receive constantly: the images, the sounds, the text, the animations, the musics, etc. But of course, at a higher level, you also have to deal both with large-scale goals and immediate emergencies, or with long-term states and sporadic events. That's something that we need to do in our everyday lives too. We can be at the same time studying for a diploma and cooking some pasta for dinner. Our brains are tuned to work with those multi-level objectives. Nowadays, our modern societies are great at bombarding us with thousands of visuals and sounds and ideas an hour. We live in the rush and we're starting to consider multitasking like the norm. However, in this case, multitasking refers to something even more specific than before. It's about doing several tasks of roughly the same level of complexity and abstraction at the same time. Here we're not referring to the various tasks that a human brain has to execute to see a picture, analyze its content, and identify an object, for example. Rather, we're talking about maintaining several complex thought processes in parallel at the same time in order to solve multiple problems at once. Again, that type of multitasking is present in lots of games, but one that has made it one of its core systems is the great amongus. Amongus is an online multiplayer social deduction game developed by innersloth and released in 2018 that was inspired by the movie The Thing and the party game Mafia. It has you play as one of the little astronauts in the ship, along with 3 to 14 other players, and randomly assigns you one of two roles, either the crewmate or the imposter. Imposters need to kill the rest of the innocent team, while crewmates have to accomplish a series of tasks and find out who the imposters are to vote them out. The game offers two phases of gameplay. The phases inside the ship, during which crewmates move to the various rooms to finish their tasks and investigate, and imposters try to kill them, and the debates during which the team argues about who might be the traitors. And although doing your tasks simply consists in solving super easy minigames, and killing a crewmate is done with the press of a button, playing Among Us well requires quite some skill, in particular because each phase demands you switch to a different set of multitasks. When you're walking inside the ship as a crewmate, you have to find your way on the map, solve the various small puzzles, react quickly in case the ship is sabotaged, all the while keeping track of the moves of all the other players so that you can deduce who's a friend and who's a foe. You may even want to temporarily derail from your main goals to go to the special rooms and check the camera feeds to catch some assassin in the act, or look up the vitals to see if anyone is down. If you're an imposter, you have to put up a good front by faking tasks, create traps for the teammates, and evade their surveillance after committing a crime, plus optionally create some emergencies here and there to confuse everyone. And you have to do all of this while silently planning ahead with your imposter partner in the hope of clearing each other at the next debate. Then, when such a discussion happens, you have to participate in the exchange to contribute all the possible clues and suspicious actions you might have noticed, or defend yourself if you're accused of being an imposter. Sometimes you even have to decide whether you should self-sacrifice for the good of your traitor partner, or betray them to save your own skin. Since the phase is timed, crewmates have just a couple of minutes to properly share their info, bring it together into a credible reconstruction of the last round, and give their judgment. All those tasks vary in length, immediacy, time to consequence, and required cognitive function, but the whole set sums up to be a pretty great and brain-teasy exercise. Another interesting feature of the game is its full cross-platform play possibilities that allows people to join the same game while being on computers, mobiles or consoles. It might seem like just a cool trick and a good way to find your friends, but it's actually a bit more than that. The platforms players use often dictate the type of games they play, and in turn the type of players they are. There is of course no absolute rule, and everyone is unique, but generally speaking, someone who plays solely on their smartphone doesn't have the same gaming background as a PC aficionado. This also results in people that are used to different timescales in their games. Desktop games are typically more focused on long-term strategy and reflection than mobile apps. This can have direct implications in terms of risk management, foresight, and debate skills. In short, Among Us manages to pack together a plethora of puzzles, either explicit or hidden under the hood, and offers intense sessions of action, investigation, deduction, party moments. So what if Among Us, even if it's the greatest Steam unbuilder of all times, was also a superb way of improving your multitasking skills? And please, tell me in the comments, do you sometimes forget too that some cameras actually point to the camera room? I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share it if you did, to subscribe to the channel and to turn on the notifications to not miss the next ones. And of course, if you have any other idea of games that tell us something without us noticing, go ahead and tell us in the comments. As always, thanks a lot for watching, and see you soon for the rest of the series.